fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is plastic, it's fantastic.
Here are the 5 faces of oppression as they relate to women.
Do I think women are oppressed? Yes, I do think women are oppressed. We actually just learned about this in my social justice class, and we learned about the 5 faces of oppression, and the first one is violence. And I think that this is evident against women in rape and the Me Too campaign that's currently going on, and also in domestic violence, which is huge against women.
The number of American women who were murdered by current or ex-male partners during that time was 11,766. That's nearly double the amount of casualties lost during war. Women are much more likely to be victims of intimate partner violence, with 85% of domestic abuse victims being women and 15% being men.
Another face of oppression is exploitation, and this is relevant against women in the wage gap and how a white woman makes 87 cents to a white man's dollar, but that's even less in other women's races, such as like Latina women or black women. It's even less than white women, so that's exploitation because they're doing the same work but they're not getting the same pay. Another face of oppression is powerlessness, and this is evident in the United States but more so in other countries with how women are dependent on their husbands and how they go from their fathers and are basically sold to their husbands, and in some places they're not allowed to leave the house without their husband. Another face of oppression is marginalization, and this is just kind of evident in all of the stereotypes against women. Another one of the 5 faces of oppression is cultural imperialism, and this is evident against women whenever men just feel like they're above them, like mansplaining whenever they feel like they're more entitled to a job or better suited for a job, even if the woman has the same qualifications.
Mansplaining. When a man explains something to a woman in a manner regarded as condescending or patronizing.
Do men and women get the same treatment? No. A big topic that obviously we all know is not the same would be sex. A man can go around and have sex with as many girls as he wants, and he's praised for that, for liking so many women. But women, she's a hoe. What? You can't do that. It's not fair to women at all to give a man that props for that. But if a woman wants to do it, it's a big problem. Some other things that women get judged more harshly on than men would be being overweight, having a messy home, not having any children, or a main one would be being too blunt or harsh. Do I feel that being a woman has kept me from doing certain things that men can do? Yes. At home, there was this competition that we were doing between athletes among sports, and I felt like our editors on the newspaper focused more on male sports and female sports, even when female sports are just as aggressive or sometimes more aggressive than male sports. And you can even look at like big time programs like the NFL, the NBA, soccer is a big one, like wages. Like women's soccer players don't get half as much as male soccer players, but obviously we know the women's team is better. And I feel like that's just unfair to women because they work just as hard, maybe even harder because they are women, and they still don't get enough respect they deserve.
I'm proud to be a part of a subculture that takes strides every day for women's rights. Although we are not where we want to be, we are getting closer each day.